3, 2, 1.
Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular, mystery reading at number 992. My name is Elizabeth, and before getting into this reading, if you are a recurring viewer, you enjoy my work, and would like to help support it, you can do so by sticking around and hitting the subscribe button down below and ringing the notification bell next to it if you feel called to. And if you do feel called to subscribe and stick around, welcome. Thank you very much for your support, as well as your presence during this reading. So starting with interpreting number 992. Well, first off, I just had an itch around where your third eye chakra is located. And sometimes that happens to me whenever I feel like that chakra is significant. I definitely think that your intuition is trying to tell you something or show you something or guide you somewhere, especially because there are 2 9s in 992. Usually that number 9 is about purpose and helping the world release what no longer works. And I associate that number with your intuition. Like whenever I am trying to select like background music for these videos, I like to use chakra meditations. And if there's a number 9 times out of 10, I will use an audio track connected to your intuition or your third eye chakra or even your crown chakra. These chakras could be significant for you, but I really do think that your intuition is, you're feeling something. That's what I can say. But like I said about number 9 being about purpose and helping the world release what no longer works, you could definitely be feeling a sense of purpose, or like you're feeling called to heal or to explore spirituality, your faith, your beliefs, yourself even, for a reason. I really do. And you could also be feeling called to let go of certain thoughts or feelings or beliefs that are self-destructive or don't support your worth and what you deserve in terms of how you deserve to treat yourself, speak to yourself. I think that self-love, I feel like that could be part of this feeling of purpose. It does feel like you are being called to practice more self-love, to allow yourself to heal for a reason. I personally believe that's what all of us are being called to do. To have a collective impact in a very positive way. To create a more stable and secure world, population, society, community, home, however big you're thinking, as I keep saying in these readings lately. I also want to make a comment about your ancestors and how they are, I believe that all of them, all of our ancestors are coming forward, or they at least have been for hundreds and hundreds of years, to support us in creating such a reality that is more supportive and collaborative, more stable, more secure. The number 2 in 992 is about balance and peace. I feel like that's confirmation of the healing that you're feeling called to do, to create more emotional balance and peace within you. Because if you have chaos going on within, how do you expect to help create a peaceful world? That's how manifestation works. What's going on the inside will be reflected and manifested on the outside. So if we want a more peaceful and stable world, we need to make sure that we ourselves on the inside are more stable and peaceful. The number 2 can also be confirmation of a significant connection or situation that you feel connect to, especially one that you feel is intertwined with your healing journey and gaining more wisdom. The last way, at least on my mind right now, that I interpret this number is through choices and prioritizing what really means the most to you. If you do want to make a difference, if you feel called to pursue this purpose, perhaps the top of your priority list should be your own emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being, which I do think will require some self-love. Adding up these numbers, 9 plus 9 is 18, and 18 plus 2 is 20. 2 plus 0 is 2. So we got 2 9s and 2 2s. I do think what's really standing out to me the most is your choices when it comes to fulfilling some sense of purpose and helping the world release what no longer works. I do think there is an important choice here to let go rather than to hold on. And this could be many choices. Maybe you feel called to let go of many things within you and outside of you that don't serve your well-being. And of course, this could be even more confirmation of this significant relationship or situation that is helping you grow or heal, whether directly or indirectly. Maybe it could be something that you're learning from. Maybe there's something here that you're learning to avoid. And the first way that I interpret the number 2, more confirmation. I mean, more than there already has been, to be honest, to foster peace and stability within yourself. There could definitely be something emotional that is very, very important for you to release, to process, to really help you heal and learn to better understand your purpose and the kind of choices that you really feel called to make to reflect that sense of purpose. I'm going to move on into the cards portion of this reading, starting with drawing out 4 cards from the Prisma Visions Tarot. I'm going to see what else wants to come through for you. I actually want to shuffle these cards first before pulling any of them. It could be a significant choice or many significant choices where it's important for you to not be reckless or to make decisions when you're upset or angry or something like that. Make sure you're making your choices with a clear mind and clear intention. I have the 10 of Swords in reverse. With that 10 there, the first thing I want to say is that your spirit guides are present with you to help you and to support you on this journey of healing and growing and learning. The 10 of Swords in reverse. Well, the 10 of Swords in itself can be about betrayal or just a painful ending. And when it's in reverse, I feel like there's a real stubbornness here to let go, or a lack of awareness about the need to let go. So this is encouragement for you to recognize and respect when it's time to let go of someone or something first, definitely mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, but also potentially physically if it resonates in that way for you. I think it's really important to analyze or better understand why you're struggling to let go, or to recognize that it's important or necessary to let go. And this could be very internal, like a certain way of thinking or feeling or believing. Or it could be something outside of you, like a job or a relationship or an unhealthy habit, etc. Let's go ahead and draw out this next card. It is the Wheel of Fortune in the solar plexus chakra, with that element symbol with the triangle, and to the left of it, I can't tell if that planet is Saturn or Jupiter. I usually never can, to be honest. It's been a long time since I've looked into what those symbols mean. But I am noticing, first thing I'm noticing about this card, other than those symbols in the chakra, is the number 10 up here. Another 10. So, again, your spirit guides, the universe, light forces out there, really want you to be aware of their presence and their ability to help you, to support you. It is possible for you to communicate with them, and you don't have to use your voice. You can write on paper, you can just use your inner voice. I think whenever you do communicate with them, it matters that you're intentionally trying to do that, if that makes sense. The Wheel of Fortune is about karma. It can be, and it can also be about fate, I believe. And I think there is a situation that will ultimately end up in separation, or being forced to let go and to move on. So would you rather wait until the last minute, or sooner rather than later before it hurts too much? There could be a dishonest person or situation involved here. Let's go ahead and get this next card. The Six of Pentacles in reverse. The reason why I said is because this card is usually, when it's in reverse, there is an imbalance between give and take. Somebody here, or some situation, is taking too much from you, or you're giving too much to somebody or some situation. The payoff isn't equal, the benefit isn't equal. I mean, if this is a work situation, maybe you aren't even happy with the benefits that they offer. The number 6 is about a choice, and it was very clear in the beginning with the numbers that your choices are important in this reading. The six is about a choice between self-love and self-destruction. Are you going to choose to hold on to a destructive path, or to let go and embrace a more loving one, more supportive and respectful of who you are and what you actually deserve? Again, I feel called to encourage you to really look at why you choose to hold on. Maybe you aren't even aware of how destructive it actually is to you, your well-being, and your future. And only take that if it resonates. Let's get the last card here. I think it's important for you to give more to yourself, honestly. We have the High Priestess with the number 2, third eye chakra, and the moon. Remember all those chakras I was talking about in the beginning with the third eye chakra itching? your intuition, the High Priestess is all about your intuition and trusting yourself. So I think you already know how destructive it has the potential, whatever this person or this situation is, to be toward you. And I think it's interesting as well that we have some legs here, looking like they're walking away in a certain direction. Really fits with the idea of walking away from someone or something. And when you walk away, things may feel uncertain. You may not like the idea of having to find a new potential romantic interest or finding a new job or whatever. But it's worth it. Now be wise. A specific warning is don't just go and quit your job willy-nilly. Make sure you have one lined up, especially because of someone who has been searching for a job like a crazy person. The job market these days, at least in the United States, it's pretty rough. But yeah, I think you already know what this is about, what painful ending is on the horizon. I mean, if that's what you choose. But with the Wheel of Fortune here, the good news is when you let go and walk away, you are setting yourself up, or you have the potential to set yourself up, depending on like choices you make afterward, to create a path in a life that is more fruitful, that gives more to you. You know, a relationship that is more balanced and fair, or a job that is more respectful of what you contribute, whatever it may be. I did find it interesting that the High Priestess does have the number 2 on it. So confirmation here to choose wisely of how you want to move forward. This could even be like a job situation where it's not good for your mental health, and that could be a good sign that it's time to go, because you deserve to take care of yourself mentally, emotionally, and even spiritually. You don't want to be in a situation that makes you question your worth or what's possible in the world. You don't want something that robs you of your faith and your trust in yourself and in the universe. I'm going to, is there anything else with that too before I do that? Yeah, priorities. Prioritize what means the most to you. Your mental health, no matter what situation this is. Your mental health, your mental, emotional, spiritual well-being. Or this situation or this person or some sort of outcome. You're allowed to choose yourself. And your future, honestly. Alright, I'm going to move on now to these index cards. Finish up this reading with just a couple of these. I love this. It says the universe will catch you when you fall. This is the universe, your spirit guides, reminding you that no matter what happens in life, no matter what pain you carry, spiritually you don't have to carry it alone. And your spirit guides, literally as they made their presence known with these 10s here, they're there to catch you when you fall, honestly. They're there to be the light in your life when you're struggling to find it yourself, or to remember the light that already exists within you. And the last card I have, wow. Use tarot cards to communicate with us, please. Regardless of whether you own a tarot deck or not, that's a very clear message that, the universe, your spirit guides really want to get involved, and they want you to communicate with them more. Like I said, whether it's with writing or just using your inner voice with intention or tarot cards. There's clear encouragement here for you to communicate with your faith, with whatever higher power you believe in, to connect with what truly means the most to you, to connect and better understand what the right decision is in this situation and why.